For Nancy Burleson, this is a gate to painful memories. There's only one reason visitors come to this old abandoned town.
Max Burleson Cronin. The hardest part every day is waking up every day, knowing I still have to exist without my child.
Max was the son any mom could be proud of. He battled through Iraq only to return and get Lasik eye surgery, which started a whole nother battle.
He had dry eyes so bad that he was having to put eye drops in every 5 minutes.
This strong soldier stopped going to his college classes and lost his job. It was difficult for him to even leave his apartment.
And the pain was described as needles in his eyes.
Then came the light sensitivity to even a single lamp.
I'd never heard my son cry before. And he says, "Mom, I don't know what to do." My son put a gun in his mouth, and my child pulled the trigger.
His suicide note said, "I hope someday you can understand that I couldn't go on without my eyesight. I trusted a doctor that destroyed my eyes." Imagine not being able to see the computer screen, TV, people's faces. Nancy is not the only person to bury a loved one who's had refractive eye surgery. In fact, our investigation has now discovered there are people all over the country who say they're worse off after the surgery than before.
I can look up at the moon at night and see up to 8 smeared, overlapping moons.
Paula Coffer started an online support group after her surgery left her in pain. Her group has more than 6,400 members. More people joined after Detroit meteorologist Jessica Starr killed herself last year. Starr publicly talked about her problems after eye surgery.
If anyone understood the consequences of this surgery fully, there's no way anyone in their right mind would do this surgery.
Eye refractive surgery involves using a blade or a laser to cut a flap across the surface of the cornea. Once lifted up, a laser smooths out the underlying tissue, improving vision often to 20/20. Over 2 decades, this has been done 19 million times. The industry says it has a 96% satisfaction rate. But our investigation dug into a little-known FDA database that chronicles patient problems. We discovered more than 700 complaints describing post-surgery pain as worse than childbirth. One patient's eyeballs would stick to the eyelids almost every night. And there's another report of a father who killed himself.
I've had patients who've talked to me about suicide.
Dr. Edward Boschnick treats patients who suffered complications after LASIK surgery.
I've had patients with significant problems develop 8 years later.
The LASIK industry disputes this, calling the surgery safe.
We don't really understand why very rarely there will be pain.
LASIK surgeons point out how successful LASIK has been for most people.
You take 1 million patients, do the exact same thing, and there are going to be very rare outlying circumstances.
But for Nancy, that's not good enough. Her mission now is to tell others what happened to her only son, so prospective patients can weigh the risks.
I shouldn't be here looking at my child's grave.